You know, I did a video here about a month ago now, and I was talking about overtraining and how common it is, and how I get so many guys that talk about how they've got a lagging body part and how they're doing 25 sets and this sort of thing, and still don't understand why they have a lagging body part. Um, and, you know, I was probably a little too critical of the attitude that guys are having as far as volume to try to cure a lagging body part. Because if you Google hypertrophy, you get a plethora of stuff, and a lot of it is about volume. It's about volume, and it's about not resting as long as you know you normally would in between sets for your recovery. And all this, quite frankly, is wrong for most people. Most people, if you're training, you know, 15, 20, 25 sets, you're overtraining, especially when you're talking about biceps and triceps. And, you know, the only thing that you really should be just training sometimes to the point of overtraining is your calves. And that's because other than your jaw muscles, they're the densest muscle in your body, and it's really hard to get them to grow. And so you really have to go to extreme measures. The rest of your body, for 99.9999% of the populace, you need to train it hard and intensely for a short period of time. And once a week, not 2 times, not 3 times. You know, I talked about the heavy duty principle from Mike Menser, and it really started with Mike, actually with Arthur Jones, who was the guy who founded Nautilus Weight Equipment, that's the founding father of all the weight machines that are out there now, pretty much. So, but you know, a lot of people say, oh well, Mike Menser had some flawed thinking in his school of thought, and that time under tension and super slow sets don't necessarily create better muscle growth or hypertrophy. And that's true to some extent, but what they have found out is that when you're fast, you work out faster with the concentric and then slower with the eccentric. That actually does help with hypertrophy. But my point is that when you read, you know, different scientific studies, and it talks about, you know, how to create hypertrophy, you know, the one consistent thing is about activating more muscle fibers, and usually that is through heavier weight. But you come to a point of no return where your strength is not getting any higher, so you can't lift more weight, and so you've got to do something to break through that plateau to get hypertrophy and initiate more strength. So that's where heavy duty or blood and guts or you know, high intensity interval training, not HIIT, which is a third way cardio concept now. I'm talking about HIT. It's been around for 40 plus years. High intensity training. And if you look at Dorian Yates back in the 90s, he's the guy that really took this to the next level and kind of perfected it. Look at his workouts, and you'll see where he just really did some warm-up sets, and then he did 2 or 3 sets to absolute failure and beyond. Would get a workout partner to help him go through, and then would even do negatives to failure, and he was done. He was done. He's working out 45 minutes, an hour, and he was Mr. Olympia. You can talk about, yeah, he was on all the steroids and the growth hormone and et cetera, but there's a reason he became the original mass monster, other than insulin, and it was because of the way that he worked out. Look at Dave Palumbo, and if you Google Dave Palumbo or you YouTube Dave Palumbo, when he was a mass monster, he couldn't get his size until he realized that he was overtraining. And if he got it to where he was working his body, each body part 1 time a week, and that really growth was done through nutrition and rest. So your sleep and your eating, your diet, is what's going to make you big. The time that you spend in the gym is just a short, tiny portion of it. That's the breaking down. You need to do it good, you need to do it efficiently, effectively, and get out of there. I mean, yeah, does it feel great to go in there sometimes and get a pump and you're in there for an hour and a half, 2 hours? It does, but it's counterproductive when you're trying to make your body grow, when you're trying to make a specific body part grow. If you have questions, if you want to... So I actually had to finish this video. I had a call come in and had to take it in the office. So what I was getting at is that if you need help with a workout, if you're still confused, hit me up or email me. And you know, it's ironic now talking about growth because I'm deep in ketosis. I've been doing the anabolic diet. This is, I think, my 6th week. So I'm flat and I have no vascularity. It affects my strength some in the gym, and so, you know, being an old school meathead, your inclination is to just say, the heck with this, and let's start doing stuff to gain mass and start hitting the mass gaining program. And so talking about this, that's probably the next thing that I'm going to do, is not just the workout, which again, the workout should be short, intense, and focused, and then you're out of there. You know, you're not hanging around and doing a lot of stuff just to get the pump going. That's great, it feels good. You're going to get a pump usually just incidentally, but when you're keeping that pump going because it feels good and you're doing a tremendous amount of volume, especially for your small muscles, once again, it's counterproductive. So anyway, I hope this video helped more than it hurt or confused you. Hopefully it didn't confuse you any more than you were confused, because there is so much misinformation out there. Let me know if I can help. If you want a HIIT workout program, I think I've got them where I can send to you. Email me. I'll put the email on the video here, or inbox me.